In this video, we're gonna be talking about 10 maps for Black Ops 4 Zombies that will blow your mind. Yes, stay tuned for that one. But what is a 500 IQ squad? It's your boy Skizzle here, and hey, just the other day I asked this question over on Twitter, got tons of awesome responses from you guys, and I will definitely have a dedicated spot on the list as well. But coming in at our number 10 spot, I'm talking about a mountain map. Yes, a mountain map that we never ever seen in Zombies. A mountain map where we can go inside, we can go on top of the mountain, we can go there, we can go there. And hey, Bob will be screaming dank meme for sure, but guess what? There is lava too. I'm not talking about transit lava, God forbids, but hey, a mountain map would add a ton of uniqueness to Zombies. It's gonna have that vertical aspect. Maybe we also got a gondola sort of feature from Mob of the Dead, which we can take to go on top of the mountain or onto the next level, maybe a little bit beneath, not at the bottom for sure, but you know, to the next level, that sort of thing. And of course there is lava too. There's an Easter egg. Maybe we can get treasure in this map that we can go and hunt. Not talking about Fortnite chests, but real and fat treasure. I think it's going to be really dope, and think about it this way, it's going to be really unique as well. But at our number 9 spot, I'm talking about a big hospital map. You know what I'm saying, bringing that shit back home. But a hospital map for Zombies will resonate really well, and it will surely give a lot of people Mob of the Dead vibe. And boy, if you say Mob of the Dead remaster, of course it's gonna happen, so I'm not gonna waste any spot for that one. You know it's gonna happen, I know it's gonna happen, even Bob knows it's gonna happen, so hey, why bother? But a big hospital map would be really good. I mean, something happens and all of a sudden all the patients turn into zombies, would be creepy for sure. And hey, it got a lot of rooms, it got tons of levels, of course the whole vertical aspect. It's gonna be sort of like Die-Rise in a way, but at the same time it's going to be a hospital map. We got stairs to go to the next level, or we can take the elevator for sure, and all that crazy biz would be absolutely good. And hey, in the comics we have seen our transit crew giving blood to a machine, right? So I mean, if you think about that way, I mean, I don't know, like that doesn't resonate really well, but I personally would love to see a big hospital map. Let me know what you think for sure. But at our number 8 spot, I'm talking about in Egypt pyramid map. I mean, damn son. Ooh, look at that. Now this map is dear to my heart, and I believe one of my good friend on YouTube also said the same. But hey, I'm saying this is my idea too. This is something I want to see in Zombies for a very long time, and I really believe it can happen in Black Ops 4 Zombies. Now if you take a look at Black Ops 2 Buried Zombies, of course in the intro cutscene we do see a pyramid, right? And also Buried is very close to Egypt if you think about it, and it's basically like you going from transit to Buried, right? Or transit to Die-Rise and then to Buried, or whatever. And of course in the middle we did see Egypt Pyramid Zombies map. So what if we take a step back, go to Egyptian's pyramids in Black Ops 4? I mean, it can be really good. Think about like the possibilities. For example, the summoning key, it's an artifact, right? And going inside the pyramid, of course there are going to be so many different artifacts, and summoning key may be one of them. Maybe we're gonna find another summoning key or something. I think it cannot go wrong. But at our number 7 spot, I'm talking about the Paris map. You know what I'm saying, baby. A Paris map would be really sick, and having Eiffel Tower in the mix can be really good too. Again, I'm talking about that vertical aspect of things, but this is what I'm trying to say. A Paris map was something that Treyarch created, but then something happened and they decided to make a map, or that map, into the moon map, and we know that was big. Of course some people like it, some don't, but it kind of came back in a remaster fashion, and of course a lot of people like it, myself included. It looks sick, right? And the map that is based on moon, I mean, damn son, you know what I'm saying, right? But a Paris map and having Eiffel Tower where you can go on top and somehow you can come back now, go back up once again, having Pack-Punch right up there, it's gonna be really good. And having the catacombs beneath as well, because we heard Treyarch talking about that as well. I really think it can be great. But at our number 6 spot, I'm talking about a map that is in Himalayas. Of course, not talking about a map that is on a mountain. Of course, I already said that at my number 10 spot, but here I'm just saying a map that is in the Himalayas, not necessarily being on top of the mountain, but snow, more snow, very large snow. I don't know what's the correct term, man, but a map that is in Himalayas would bang. ass. But at our number 5 spot, I'm talking about a map that is in Russia. Of course, similar to Call of the Dead and Gorod Krovi. But if I have to pick one out of these two maps, I would definitely go with Call of the Dead. There is something about Call of the Dead that is just Gorod Krovi, on the other hand, is really good too, but it got a lot of things happening. I'm not talking about, yes, it got dragons. I love that element. I love everything about it, but Gorod Krovi has a lot of things. I mean, a lot of dirt on the map. I don't know what's the correct term, but it got a lot going on, and I personally love the map that looks clean, and Call of the Dead has to be my choice. Maybe it got snow, that's why, but it looks neat, right? It looks really nice, and a map that is in Russia and has snow, maybe a little bit of snow, maybe too much of snow, I don't care, man. I just want to see a map that is in Russia similar to Call of the Dead. It would be really sick. Like, think about the possibilities, man. We got Nikolai, Nikolai 1.0, maybe Nikolai 3.0 can be someone that we can find in the map in Russia or something. I don't know, man. I'm just saying I need a map that is based in Russia that looks similar to Call of the Dead. But at our number 4 spot, I'm talking about a map that is based in Mars, and now you'll be like, Skizzle, you blow my mind all the time. But I'm saying, listen, a map that is on Mars would bang ass. Seriously, it would bang ass. For example, we know that Black Ops 2 was a little bit in the future in terms of like the campaign and multiplayer, just like in 2025, but Zombies, on the other hand, was really far into the future. Of course, we don't really get that vibe, but it was really into the future, and this time, if Zombies, or at least one map that is super into the future, and we know that Transit Crew will return as well, what if we can go on Mars with them? For example, like the Earth is destroyed, and now all we gotta do is go to Mars, and it would really resonate well with the current day. Of course, in real life, Elon Musk and everyone is just planning to go on Mars and just discover new stuff, right? I guess it can be really sick to go on Mars, and it would be one step further. Of course, people got their mind blown when they announced Moon, right? But this time, it would 10x that, so hopefully we get Mars. I mean, I would love that. But at our number 3 spot, I'm talking about a sand map. Like, we have never seen a map that take place where we got a lot of sand. A map that can take place in Sahara Desert, much better for sure, but a map that is big, a map that is fat, thick, whatever you can imagine. I mean, let's just add it into the mix, but a map that is related to sand or got a lot of sand, maybe in Sahara Desert, would be really good. Of course, they need to still put that Zombies touch, and I mean, Trek can definitely do it. I want to see a big map, open world sort of thing, but if they do that, they can alienate their Zombies fans for sure. But I'm saying a map that is a little bit open, but at the same time still got that Zombies touch, so we can really have that uniqueness going as well. And I believe Treyarch can definitely do it. But at our number 2 spot, I'm talking about an Amazonian jungle map. Of course, kind of like talking about Zetsubou no Shima, but at the same time, I really like Zetsubou no Shima. I used to be that guy that used to hate Zetsubou no Shima, but playing that map like recently and playing that map over and over, I genuinely like Zetsubou no Shima because of its uniqueness, because of the plant system, although I don't use them anymore, but I really like the setting of Zetsubou no Shima. The only reason I hated Zetsubou no Shima in the past was the fact that it got a lot of zombie bosses that get to spawn in the map. Still to this day, that's the only thing that I hate about Zetsubou no Shima, but other than that, the map is really good. It's unique, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. A map this time that is similar to Zetsubou no Shima, but not quite, but at the same time a little bit, but at the same time just big in general, and being inside the Amazonian jungle. A real jungle map is what I'm saying here. It could bang ass, like seriously, it could really bang ass. But before we move on to the number 1 spot, I quickly want to do an honorable mention sort of thing, and this time I want to show a lot of my homeboys' tweets. A couple of days ago, I asked this question on Twitter. I was like, hey, what is that one dream map setting you want to see in Black Ops 4? And I got a lot of cool responses. Some of them are on my list, but I do want to say that this list was made before I asked that question on Twitter. So hey, I still want to showcase all of my tweets or all of your tweets in this video. And hey, these are really some cool ideas. Some people really did say Mob of the Dead remaster. We know that's gonna happen, so that's that. But hey, if you can pick one map from this whole list, from my ideas and from these tweets, let me know in the comments below. But At our number 1 spot, I'm talking about a map, and this map is in the talks. Like, a lot of people want it. I personally don't really know what exactly is that, but of course I did a little bit of my research before recording this video. So I'm talking about a map that actually sunk, that is an underwater map, an island. Of course, you know what I'm saying here. I'm talking about Atlantis. I don't know why people are really on it. I believe Johnny J is super big on that map. I would love to see it, and I really believe this can happen. Now, if I have to take a guess, I would say Egypt map can happen, Atlantis can happen. These 2 maps can really happen, and maybe even a hospital map can happen, but I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Check out some other videos on the screen. Subscribe if you're new, leave a like, all that good stuff, and of course if you got Twitter, hey, follow me there, because I will be asking these sort of questions and just putting you in my videos from now on as well.